So I'm going to show you how we can create puzzle games just like this, nice and easily, right within the free program Affinity. Now you can make them as easy or as complex as you'd like, but for this example, we're just going to start with something nice and simple, like this. And if you just like the files and don't want to follow along, that's okay. I'll leave a link to them on my Patreon site. So the first thing we're going to need is a polygon. And you can find that under the shape tools. We just need to select that, click and drag, and if you hold shift we can constrain that and then let go. Up here we need to change the sides to 6 and press enter, and then we have a polygon. So I'm going to put this in the center. So if we go to the alignment options and choose center, we know that's in the center of the artboard. And I have the layers panel and the appearance panel open, and to open those you can go to general and find layers and transform, or vector, appearance and stroke. So with this selected, I'm going to double click on the fill, and up here I'm going to choose none, and if yours has disappeared you just need to click and drag and select, and under the stroke you can click that and you can alter the stroke. I'm going to leave that at 1. Then we need to make sure the aspect ratio is locked, and then we can choose 50. And that gives us a size of 50, making sure that's in the center. Then we can copy and paste, and then choose the next one to be about 100. And I'm going to do that one more time, copy and paste, and choose 150. So we have these, and there you can see 1, 2, 3. I'm just actually going to do one last time, but I'm going to do it up here in the layers panel. You can either choose copy and paste or duplicate. And then we've got an absolute duplicate on top. I'm going to make that about 180, as this is going to be the frame. Then we need some single lines to go around to cut this shape up. So there isn't a line option in the shape panel, so I'm just going to choose the pen tool here, click, and we just need to make sure it's wider than the actual hexagons. So I'm going to start up here, click, hold shift, come down here and click again. And to get off this we can either press escape or choose the move tool. And if we grab that, we can use the alignment and put that right in the center and the center again. So we've got this single line here. And if we select this line and press enter, we have this move duplicate box pop up. And in the rotation, we need to change that to 30 degrees and click on duplicate. And from there, we can click in the box until we've got the cursor. And then we can use the up arrows on your keyboard and go around, and we just need 5 copies, and then click OK. So we've got all of these going around. Then I'm going to select this line again, and I'm going to copy and paste and hold shift and drag it over just until it snaps against this line here. If you haven't got snapping turned on, you can turn it on here, and under this drop down arrow I just make sure I have everything turned on. Then I'm going to copy and paste this again, drag this over holding shift until it snaps next to this one. So I'm going to select both of the new ones I've just copied and pasted, and I'm going to press Ctrl G or right click and group. Then I'm going to select that new group, press enter to get the move duplicate box up, and this time under the rotation I'm going to type 60 degrees. Click on duplicate and then click in this box a couple of times and use the up arrow to make 2 numbers of copies and click OK. Now we have a lot of lines around this hexagon, which is perfect to work with. So what we need to do now to make things easier is just drag a box over everything, right click and group. So now we just have one group here that we can turn on and off. Making sure that's selected. all we need to do is go over to the Shape Builder tool, select that, and from here we can start selecting shapes we want to join together. So I'm going to click and drag and choose this whole center and let go, and then click on the Move tool. With that, it's created a new shape, which we can now use the Fill tool and fill in, just like that. If I zoom in a little bit. So all I'm going to do is repeat this process, dragging a box over everything, going to the Shape tool, selecting that, and then going around and selecting some of these shapes, just like this. Click on the Move tool, select that new shape. If you can't select it in here, click off and you can always select it here. Choose the Fill tool and change the colour. Again, select everything, go to the Shape tool and choose a few other shapes. Let go, Move tool, go to the shape and change the colour. And all we need to do is repeat the process and create any kind of shape that you'd like. So I'm just going to speed this up a little bit because it's just the same process over and over again. Now to finish this off, I'm just going to select the outside border all as one piece, which can be the frame of the puzzle. And if we select that and choose that colour, we can choose a dark blue. So all we need to do now is clean up these lines. We just need to select them and delete them. And if I zoom out, we can now just click and drag and you can see all of the shapes that we've just made. Just like that. So to finish this off, I'm just going to select the frame and go over to the Contour Corner tool. I'm just going to select all the outside nodes holding Shift. And with the corner tool selected, I'm just going to click and drag until we get these circles coming in. If we zoom in, we've created this nice corner here, and we can actually change that with the radius here. So if I choose 12 millimeters, that gives us a nice rounded edge. And to finish that off, we just need to select Bake Appearance to turn it into a shape. And that is our finished puzzle. I'll leave a link to both of these I've made so you can download and cut them out or have a go at creating one yourself. You can make them as easy or as complex as you'd like, and you don't have to just use hexagons, you could use any shape you like really. I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe. I'll leave a link to the download files in the description, and I'll see you in the next one.